All right, I'm finally here. Okay, you don't know me, um, but this is something that I've been waiting too much to do. I wasn't sure about whether I should open this channel, whether I should record this video. But it is something that I have been longing in my mind for a very long time. It's something that I wanted to do, but I was afraid of. And finally, today, I I've been brave enough to sit here in front of the camera and talk to you. My name is Moses. I'm an artist. I come from a traditional sculpting background, and I've been doing so for around 15 years already. I mainly focused on making art dolls with my own hands, clay, and lots of fur and fabric and glues and all the stuff. Now, my life is taking a turn, and I'm going to start a new journey. And this journey relates to 3D learning. All my life, I've been like rejecting everything related to computers and 3D and all the stuff. I was a little stupid and I didn't learn it when I was younger. By the way, I'm 45 years old, so I'm a retro old guy trying to learn new things. And this is why I'm here, because I want to, just to record and to share my journey through this quite frightening new path for me. First of all, I want to apologize because English is not my mother tongue. It's not my native language. So my apologies for that. But I want to do it this way because I think that, I have more public that I can reach to. And today I want to start this channel because my life, my business is going to take a turn. And I want to do something different. I want to thrive. I want to learn new things. I want to learn new capacities so I can actually have more opportunities out there and trying to find some jobs. And that's why I'm here, because I want to share my journey. I want you to come with me and learn along with me, whatever I learn and whatever I fail, because I will fail too much. This is a whole new world for me, so I'm definitely sure that we will have a good time going around together. So come with me, join me, and let's go. Let's go to the computer and let's see what we come up with. All right. So the original plan was to actually sculpt a goblin. I'm a fantasy lover, so goblins are one of my favorite creatures. So I decided to play with some shapes in order to find a design that I want. I could, of course, take another artist concept, but I would commit a crime because I'm not confident enough about taking another artist concept and trying to sculpt them in 3D. So instead, I decided to just play with some shapes and go on with my own design, which is a cartoon goblin. At the beginning, I thought something to actually make something very easy, like very simple. But at the end, I ended up adding accessories. So I'm not sure whether it's been a good idea or not, because I will have to model all these accessories. And actually, I'm not very good at modeling. I still have a lot of lacks on how to actually model things in Blender and 3D programs, which is kind of annoying sometimes because I get stuck very easily. So I went on adding some color and shadows. By the way, it's been a long time since I don't draw, so it was a little tricky. But well, it is good training, so I'm happy I went on with the idea of designing my own goblin instead of taking another artist one. So that way I can actually practice. And I know it's not the best, but I think it will do the job. I guess I've reached the point of no return right now. And I must do what I have to do. And that means selling my soul to Blender. As I have learned in many tutorials that I watched, everything seems to start with a sphere, or at least is the shape of the form that I like the most to start with. So I just went on blocking the character, just focusing on the main shapes, on the main features, very roughly, very simple, so I can then start adding detail. But the first thing you gotta do is to start by blocking every shape, every simple shape you see in the character. I mean, you just have to watch carefully and find out which shapes do form the character's complexion. I noticed that when you start sculpting in 3D, you start feeling some differences between the, the handmade or the traditional sculpting sensation and the 3D or the digital sensation when sculpting. I've always loved the feeling of having the clay in my hands and the control you can have with your fingers and the movement of your hands. You think of something and you translate it into the clay. Sculpting digitally feels a little bit different. Perhaps it's just because I'm new at this, and of course I still don't have the confidence of having the confidence to sculpt everything and knowing where I can find each brush or each menu in order to do something here in the program. Feels a bit different. I mean, it's colder perhaps, you don't have that control. But at the same time, after some hours, you start taking the rhythm of the program. Still, I'm very confused and stuck sometimes trying to find where the menus are hidden and where I can find the proper the proper coordinates to give some attributes to the object in the screen. But I'm pretty happy. I feel pretty comfortable after some hours working on this project. Now comes a tough part for me. I still don't enjoy modeling that much. I'm still very confused and don't understand some principles. Mostly because I don't know how to use the tools and the menus and how to actually put everything together the best way possible. I guess that I will get that with practice, and I still have to dive more into the modeling side of the program. I have, of course, I have many years of experience on sculpting, so that feels more natural to me. But modeling seems or feels a bit like like very strict, and boring for me. So still got to work on it and try to make peace with with this side of the program. By the way, I believe I just went too far creating the accessories for this character. I mean, maybe if I would have done it a little bit easier or simple, maybe I would be able to make it better. But well, it is practice. I mean, I like to go out of my limits and out of my comfort zone, so it's okay to just go further and try the best you can, or to put things a little bit harder so you can push yourself. So it's okay. I feel pretty happy with how it's turning out. It's turning finally. So at the end, even if it's been hard work, I think that he will look pretty decent. Okay, so after, I don't know, 9 hours sculpting and trying to finish the whole sculpting thing, I'm exhausted. So, well, I'm pretty happy with the result. It's not perfect, but at the end, as I told you, this is my very first full project on this. So I'm pretty happy with it, and now the planning is to keep working to learn how to actually pose it. I still don't know how to pose it or to rig it or to make a final render. So that will be my next task. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it's been useful for you. And if you like it, please consider staying here with me. and follow my adventure, my new adventure. So I'm gonna rest a little bit right now because it's been hard, and let's do it. I mean, let's go for the rendering thing and rigging and all the stuff for a next video. So I invite you to come and follow this path, this journey. Bye.